So बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, बोली श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, बोली श्री सतगुरु महाराज की जय. Jai Jai Sitaram. Cordial welcome, devotees, to each and every one of you. This morning, we're very, very blessed and privileged, honored to have Guruji Pandit Bimal Maharaj visiting our mandir for the very first time. And Guruji, we're so thankful that you made the time to be with us here this morning to join in our Sunday morning devotion. And cordial welcome to all visiting Pandits and members who have come out of the community and all who are joining us online today in our Sunday morning devotion. So without much further ado, those who are joining us in puja at home, if you do have flowers, please take a flower in your hand. To those of us who are here at the mandir, let us all stand, please. We all clasp our hands, we close our eyes, we bow our heads. We focus our minds at the feet of Shri Krishna Bhagavan as we do our opening prarthana. Hari Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Om Shri Saraswatye Namaha Om Shri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha Om Swasti Na Indro Bridashravaha Swasti Na Pushaha Vishwamitra Swasti Na Stalkshurishthanemi Swasti No Brihaspati Dadhatu Om Sham No Mitra Sham Varuna Sham No Bhavatu Aryamam Sham No Indro Brihaspati Sham No Vishnu Rurukramam Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayu Tvamev Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvamev Pratyaksham Brahma Varishyami Ritam Varishyami Satyam Varishyami Tanmam Avatu Tarvaktaram Avatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram Om Dhyo Shanti Antarikshagam Shanti Prithvihi Shanti Apaha Shanti Oshraya Shanti Vanaspataya Shanti Vishvidevah Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagam Shanti Shantireva Shanti Samah Shanti Ridhe. Those who are participating in making offerings, we all chant our Rashi names in our minds. Hari Om Tat Sat Om Vishnur Vishnur Vishnu Namah Paramatmane Shri Puran Purushotam Adya Shri Brahmano Nidvitya Pararhi Shri Shveta Varaha Kalpe Vaivasvat Manvantarim Ashta Vinashati Tame Kali Yuge Kali Prathama Charani Bholoke Jambudvipe Kanida Varshis Kabro Grami Baudhavatare Shubhamasi Shubhapakshi Shubhatithi Amukha Namasya Mukha Gotram Namaham Daihika Daivika Bhautika Taptraya Iti Shri Pacha Mahadevata Shri Krishna Bhagavan Hawan Pujanam Shankalpam Karishye. Offer the flower. We now do Pavitra purification. We sprinkle the water around our altar 3 times. Om Apavitraha Pavitro Va Sarvavasthangato Apiva Yashmarit Pundare Kaksham Sabahyabhya Antaram Suchi. Om Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. We bow to our altar 3 times, envisioning that we're bowing to Dharti Mata. Om Shamashvame Parasparsham Shamashile Paratpare Ram Krishnadi Kanantvam Mata Prithave Namastute. We bow to the ground, we take our seats. Om Prithave Tvayadrita Loka Devi Tvam Vishnu Nadrita Tvam Chadharyamam Nityam Pavitram Kuruchasanam Iti Asanam Samarpayami. Prem Se Asani ji, please have seats. So at this time, we'll be joining in invocation to Pacha Mahadevata. Firstly, meditating, contemplating upon the divine lotus form of Lord Ganesha. Hari Om खर्वं स्थूलतनं गजेन्द्रवदनं लम्बोदरं सुन्दरं प्रस्यन्दन् मरुगन्धलुब्धमरुपाव्यालोलागन्धस्थलं दन्ताघातविदारितारिरुधिरै सिन्दूरशुभाकरं वन्दे शैलसुतासुतं गणपतिं सिद्धिं प्रदं कामदम् ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा ॐ गणपतये नमः। बोलिए श्री गजानन स्वामी के जय। Meditate upon Devi Mata, universal mother in the form of Adi Shakti, Durga Mata. Om Sarva Mangal Mangalye Shive Sarvarth Sadhike Sharanye Trayambike Gauri Narayani Namostute Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Sanstita Namastasyai Namastasyai Ma Namastasyai Namo Namah Om Dum Durgaya Namah Om Dum Durgaya Namah Om Dum Durgaya Namah। बोलिए श्री आदि शक्ति दुर्गा माता की जय। We meditate and contemplate now at the feet of Shiv Shankar Bhagwan. Hari Om Tat Purushaya Vidamahi Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodayat Karpura Gauram Karunavataram Sansara Saram Bhujagendraharam Sarab Santam Hridayar Vinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya। बोलिए श्री शंकर भगवान की जय। We meditate, contemplate, prostrate most humbly to that one who provides all the light and energy to sustain this creation in the form of Surya Narayana Swami. हाथ जोड़ बिनती करो सूर्य देव भगवान दास आपनो जानि प्रभु करहो सदा कल्याण। आदिदेव नमस्तुभ्यं प्रसीदा मम भास्कर दिवाकर नमस्तुभ्यं प्रभाकर नमस्तुते। ओम सूर्याय नमः ओम सूर्याय नमः ओम सूर्याय नमः। बोलिए श्री सूर्य नारायण भगवान की जय। Now we focus our minds upon the Supreme Lord in the form of Shri Mahavishnu Bhagavan and his last major incarnation of Shri Krishna. Om Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Stunavante Devyaistave Vedai Sang Parakramupanishrai Gayanti Yam Samaga Dhyanavashtita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Navidu Sura Suragana Devaya Tashmai Namah। ओम कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंद गोपाकुमाराय श्री गोविंदाय नमो नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंस चाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानंदं कृष्णं वंदे जगद्गुरुं। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। बोलो वृंदावन बिहारी लाल के Jai. So now, devotees, we will all join together as we make offerings unto Shri Krishna Bhagavan. So those who are making offerings at home, please join with us. Firstly, we'll offer water unto Shri Krishna. Hari Om Gange Shayamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jali Asmin Sinidim Kurum Shri Krishna Bhagavan Arghyam Padyam Snanam Samarpayami. We offer Chandan to Shri Krishna. Om Shri Khanda Chandanang Divyam Gandhadhyo Samanuharam Vilepanam Surashreshthang Shri Krishna Bhagavan Chandanang Samarpayami. We offer Pushpa flower. Om Malyadini Sugandheni Malyatadini Vai Prabhu Mahiritani Pujartam Pushpani Pratigrihyatam Shri Krishna Bhagavan Pushpam Samarpayami. We offer Gandha essence. Om Gandham Grihan Devesha Deva Deva Dayanidhi Tvameva Jagatam Nautistva Tvameva Jagatam Prabhu Shri Krishna Bhagavan Gandham Samarpayami. We offer deep light Aarti. Om Sajang Chavarti Sanyuktam Vahanina Yojitam Maya Deepam Grihan Devesha Trailokyam Te Mirapaham. Bolish Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. If we prepare a Naivedya, Prasad, we can hold it in our hands at this time. Firstly, we'll pass the water around it 3 times. Om Mandakinyastu Yadvari Sarva Papa Haram Shubham Tariram Kalapitam Devam Samyagya Achmanyatvam Tvaya. We all now pray in our own words to Shri Krishna Bhagavan today as we make this humble offering of love and devotion. We ask that Lord to accept it and to shower His blessings upon us. Hari Om Grit Pakvang Havishainam Paisham Chishrakadanan Vidhan Naivedyam Shri Krishna Bhagavan Naivedyam Samarpayami. Om Harir Data Harir Bhukta Harir Annam Prajapati Harir Vipra Sharirastu Bhukte Bhojayate Hari. Bolish Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Touch to your murti, touch to your heads. Repeat Shri Krishna Arpanam. If you have flower, tulsi leaf in your prasad, you can offer it to Shri Krishna while chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We offer water to Shri Krishna now. Om Sarva Papaharam Devam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Chamaya Dattam Grihan Parameshwaram Shri Krishna Bhagavan Achmanyam Samarpayami. If you prepared dakshina to offer to Shri Krishna, you can offer it at this time. Om Nakpal Supal Maulavi Vanditangri Yugala Prabhu Hari Dakshinang Prade Shri Krishna Bhagavan Danam Dakshinaye Samarpayami. Boli Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. So as we are accustomed to devotees, at this time we'll join in small kirtan, praises to Lord Ganesha, after which we'll have a mantra jap Hawan. After Hawan, I'll pass on to Guruji, who will present our discourse, our sermon this morning.
Vinayaka, 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 Papa Moria re, Papa Moria. जय जय अम्बे मां दुर्गा भवानी मां जय जय अम्बे मां काली कपालिनी मां काली कपालिनी मां काली कपालिनी मां काली कपालिनी मां जय जय अम्बे मां जय जय अम्बे मां जय जय अम्बे मां जय जय अम्बे मां दुर्गा भवानी मां जय जय अम्बे मां दुर्गा भवानी मां जय जय अम्बे मां परम शिवानी 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 मां जय जय अम्बे मां जगदो धारिणी मां जगदो धारिणी मां जगदो धारिणी मां जगदो धारिणी मां जय जय अम्बे मां जय जय अम्बे मां जय जय अम्बे मां जय जय अम्बे मां दुर्गा भवानी मां जय जय अम्बे मां दुर्गा भवानी मां जय जय अम्बे मां काली कपालिनी मां काली कपालिनी मां काली कपालिनी मां काली कपालिनी मां जय जय अम्बे मां जय जय अम्बे मां दुर्गा भवानी मां जय जय अम्बे मां दुर्गा भवानी मां जय जय अम्बे मां परम शिवानी 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 मां जय जय अम्बे मां जगदो धारिणी मां जगदो धारिणी मां जय जय अम्बे मां जय जय अम्बे मां दुर्गा भवानी 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 मां जय जय अम्बे मां
बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय. So at this time, devotees, we get prepared for our mantra jap Hawan. So those who are performing Hawan at home, please sit before your Hawan kund at this time. As we prepare to ignite our fire, as we chant this mantra, we'll all light our fires to make our offerings. Harihi Om Bhurбhuvasvaha Om Bhurбhuvasvaha Dhayuriva Bhumna Prithvi Vavarimna Tasyaste Prithvi Devaya Janim Prishti Yaganim अनादम अनादयादधि। बोलिए श्री अग्नि देवता की जय। First, pass the water around the fire 3 times. Om Mandakinyastu yadvari sarva papaharam shubham tariram kalpitam devam samyagya achmanyatvam tvayayati achmanyam samarpayami. We begin making our offerings with the recitation of Swaha. Offer small amounts, also repeating Swaha together. Om Shri Ganesh Devatabhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namaha Swaha. Om Ganganapataye Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Gaur Parvati Mataye Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Shankar Bhagavan Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Agni Devatabhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Mahalakshmi Mataye Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Mahavishnu Bhagavan Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Namo Narayanaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Surya Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Chandra Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Mangal Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Buddha Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Brihaspati Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Shukra Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Shani Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Rahu Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Ketu Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Pranaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Apanaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Samanaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Indriyaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Udanikaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Ishta Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Kul Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Sthan Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Gram Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Mata Pita Charan Kamle Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Panchpal Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Das Dikpal Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Shri Adi Shakti Durga Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Arundhati Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Bhadrakali Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Santoshini Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Rudrani Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Brahmani Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Ambike Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Parameshwari Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Chandike Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Om Aim Saraswati Mataye Namaha Swaha. Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Krishna Bhagavan Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Hanumate Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha. We all join as we chant Brahm Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Mahamrityunjay Mantra. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtevadhanam Urvarukam Vandanam Mrityur Mukshyamamritat Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtevadhanam Urvarukam Vandanam Mrityur Mukshyamamritat Swaha. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtevadhanam Urvarukam Vandanam Mrityur Mukshyamamritat Swaha. we chant the 12-syllable mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, 9 repetitions this morning. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha. 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 Shri Sarvadevata Devyo Bhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Sarvadevata Devyo Bhyo Namah Swaha. Shri Sarvadevata Devyo Bhyo Namah Swaha. Final offering. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Puranat Puranam Mudachyate Puranasya Puranamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate. Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Swaha. Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Swaha. Bolish Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Pass the water around your fire 3 times. Om Sarva Papaharam Devam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Chamayadatam Grihan Parameshwaram Shri Agni Devta Achmanyam Samarpayami. Boli Shri Satya Sanatan Dharma ki Jai. So at this time, devotees, we'll be passing on to Guruji, Pandit Bimal Maharaj. I'm sure he needs no introduction from myself to any one of you. I'm sure all of you know him very, very well. Before Guruji begins though, I'd like us all to focus upon the feet of our Guru at this time as we seek that grace and blessings of our Guru this morning. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tadparam Darshitam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Mantra Satyam Puja Satyam Satyam Deva Niranjanaha Gurur Vakyam Sada Satyam Satyameva Param Param. Dhyan Gurur Murti Puja Gurur Param Mantra Guru Vakyam Moksha Guru Kripa. Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Boli Shri Satguru Maharaj ki Jai. Jai.
Thank you, Pandit. Someone who I love very much. Vijay, today you celebrate your birthday. Great. But tomorrow, but we start from today. You know? It's always good to give you one more. When Guruji has a birthday, you have to go 3 days. So today, tomorrow, and the next day. That's a reminder to Sharmila and the children. It's a 3-day celebration, you know. And if you want to go a little further, 6 days you do a little chatti, then 12 days a little barahi, you know. So I say to you, beta, I congratulate you. Guruji always call and say to you how well you are doing and give you that encouragement. And when I give you and Sharmila and the children encouragement, always know it is not lip service. Deep from my heart, I know whatever you say and whatever you do comes from here. And I want all of you listening to us this morning, who are present in the mandir and wherever you may be listening to us and joining us, globally, or internationally, wherever you may be, whatever time zone that you may be in, we say, Shubh Swagatam, welcome to each and every one of you. It is my long wish and desire to come to the mandir and sit and listen to Pandit Vijay. He says, no Guruji, you have to sit here on my seat. So he thinks it's an honor. I say it's an honor also to be with you, beta. God's blessings to you, and may you go from strength to strength. You, the devotees of the mandir, I want you to appreciate, to know, and to understand that in this age in which we live now, to get a good Pandit, to get a dedicated Pandit, to get an honorable Pandit, it is very difficult. So you have a gift in the palm of your hand, and I would like you to recognize this gift, and you know how you should treat a gift. Treat a gift as though it is something very fragile, and it can be broken and lost at any time. I want you to cherish you all being a part of this very beautiful mandir, and my insight and my blessing as I sit here this morning for you to go from strength to strength. Our foreparents coming, we recently celebrated we say Indian Arrival Day. The arrival of our foreparents over 185 years ago, that also is an achievement. Their prayer and their devotion was for us to go from strength to strength, move up, move up, move up. They were praying to Surudev Bhagwan. When I sat here and I looked across, I say, you know something? 185 years ago, we could not have afforded a marble murti. We could not even afford to have a picture in our home of our deities. Not only affordability, it was unavailable. Not affordable, not available. They would take a little dirt, concrete, whatever, make a little murti to the best of their knowledge, what their gurus will tell them, what Lakshmi Mata looked like, Durga Devi Ma, and all of these things. But we have grown. We have grown today. And this is something that we have to appreciate. This that we have reached, this far that we have reached today, it's not saturation point. I want you to know that the sky is the limit. You see all these little children in front of me here? You buy them a computer today, 6 months, Daddy, I need a new computer. What happened to the one I bought 6 months ago? I said, Daddy, obsolete. Huh? So I said, well, what do I do? He said, Dad, I need an upgrade. Betty, did you ask Mom and Dad for an upgrade on your computer? Yeah, you want to upgrade in 6 months. So too, devotees. We need to upgrade our dharam. Take these hands of yours and make tangible contributions to the upliftment of Sanatan Dharam, for the upliftment, what can I say, humanity, society. Let this world be a better world to live in. And when you can think in that positive manner, what can I do? This only comes with noble thoughts, you know, because you have two very powerful Hindi words. One is called Dharma Rakshak and the other one is called Dharma Bhakshak. Dharma Rakshak means you all are the protectors of the Dharam. And again I will endorse, not because I am sitting here, not because my godchildren, but I will tell you something. You are being headed and led by a noble person who can lead you along that path. Dharma Rakshak. Protect at the cost of your life. The rishis and munis and our foreparents went through what is called what? Rishi santan hone ko judawa man mein rakhte hai bhale hi pran tak jave kaho ek baar hai mit Vishwamitra. They give their life, selflessly working to protect their dharam. And we ask ourselves this morning, a very powerful and beautiful, for those of you who are not in Toronto today, in this area that we are in, or even the greater part of Toronto, it's the best weather you can ever find. We are still in the late 50s, early 60s Fahrenheit. But you know, devotees, what can I say? We are here. You have given of your time to come here to make it happen. If you have to give your life for standing up for what you believe in, and that's a very powerful and profound statement, if you have to give your life for what you believe in, give your life for it. It is going to go anyway, you know. This is going to go anyway. My Chela Shane and I were talking up to this morning. He says, Guruji, you're probably very tired. We have a long day yesterday. We also have a long day today. I said, Shane, tiredness sits in the back seat because Guruji loves to do what he is doing. So, you know, when I come down to Singhasan, I may be drained. But once I sit here and I see all of you positive people looking on and listening, my dear devotees, I know for a fact that it's worth it. It's worth it, my dear devotees, and don't trade this for anything else. Before I read a little bit, in honor of your Guruji, your Vyasji, a very noble Pandit Vijay, I will tell you something. Krishna Bhagavan said to Arjun, he says, Arjun, anything that changes is not real, and anything that is real will never change. Can I draw an analogy to substantiate what Guruji is telling you today? If you take a piece of, if you take a piece of gold and you put it in a jar of acid, I'm talking about pure gold. When you take it out, Ranji, and you look at it, it is going to shine a little bit brighter than when you put it in. You know why? That acid becomes a cleansing agent for that piece of pure gold. But if you take a piece of costume jewelry, in Trinidad we say roll gold. I know where you get that name from. It doesn't matter. You take a piece of costume jewelry and you put it into that same acid, Darshan, you know what happens? It's going to turn white because it's only something shiny that's coated on a piece of plastic. People who change in life becomes like costume jewelry. When they have to go through the acid test, they feel it. People like you, when you are put through the acid test in life, and you can stand up to it, you are going to come out shining a little bit brighter than when you went into it. So when you face challenges in life, when you face obstacles in life, take it. Always know, I need to get out of this better than I went into it. Let it create a new vision. Let it create new opportunities. How can I get out of this rut that I have found myself in? But they are all karmic things, you know. We have to go through what we have to go through in life. But the greater part of it, how am I going to handle that challenge, is the greater part of living life and understanding your Sanatan Dharam. No, I need to rise above. Because those who create problems in the world, I will draw one more analogy before Guruji read tonight, this morning. And that analogy is, my dear devotees, if you take 1 pint of water and you try filling it into a jar that can only hold half a pint, half stays, the other half falls out. Am I correct? If the mental capacity of someone, their understanding level is this much, and you are speaking to them this much, you know what happens? This much falls over. They can't see you. Then they get angry. So then why are we saying, you see that person? I will not sleep until I get even with him. Yeah? I would not sleep until I get even with that person. Be reminded, children, that person is here. You are here. Can he rise? No. His karma is squeezing him so he cannot rise. How are you going to get even with him? You are going to step down. Can you step down? You can. You have to step down to get even with that person. My question this morning is, are we going to compromise our own spirituality to get even with someone who is not worth it in destroying me? Our grandparents used to tell us, look at the sun. Today is Sunday morning. Suryanarayan Swami came out very early this morning. Our foreparents, they didn't have a murti, as I said, but they would look at the sun and they would say what? Prabhu, just as you come out this morning and you erase all darkness from this world, so in my life and the life of each and every one, you erase all problems, all difficulties, all pain and all suffering. Bolo? Aaj andhere mein hai hum Well, Pandit Vijay already did all of the invocation mantras and so I'll go straight into reading. This is called the childhood activities of the Lord Madhyara Purushottam Prabhu Sri Ram. When I looked at these children, I don't premeditate on what I'm going to read. I sit, I look around, see what the circumstance presents itself, and then Guruji reads. But when I sit here today, I'm not only focusing on today's Vijay's birthday we are celebrating. You know what I focus upon? When I look at these children here. All of you children, I see the priority that you are giving your children when it comes to a religious life. And for this, I commend you as parents and I commend you as children. Children, you will question yourself. You are growing in a different world, in a different country. New things and priorities keep popping up all the time. Quietly, sometime you're going to ask yourself, as you go to school and you go into the wider world, am I different? Because a majority of people that you see, they operate different, isn't it? So when you ask yourself, children, am I different to everybody else in school and all of these things? And Guruji will tell you the answer today. The answer is, yes, I am different. Always know, I am different. I am not just a part of everything that's happening in the world. I am a special child in my home. And I, as an individual, is going to make a difference. If Vijay and Sharmila, growing up in this country, did not think in that manner and say, you know what, my father outlived his life, did what he had to do, I need to carry on. So that's why two categories of people in the world. How many categories you know? 100? 200? No, there are only two categories of people. You all are called wise, and everybody else is called otherwise. Don't forget that. You have wise and otherwise. Think which category you want to follow, which category you want to be in, my dear devotees. So, I'm going to tell you of Goswami Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, glorifying the Lord Prabhu Sri Ram. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. तुलसीदास जी ने कहा, यह सब चरित्र कहो गाए, आगिली कथा सुनो मन लाए, श्री राम जय राम जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय राम। विश्वामित्र महामुनि ज्ञानी, वसहि विपिन शुभाश्रम जाने, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम, राम सिया राम जय जय राम, राम सिया राम जय जय। बोलो राम सिया राम जय जय राम। प्रभु रामचंद्र की जय। प्रभु Tulsidas ji says in the past, I have related so many very beautiful kathas of the Lord, Prabhu Sri Ram. I have spoken about Guru, I have spoken about Bhagavan Shankar. But he says, today's katha, I am going to tell you of a very noble individual. Agili katha sunahu manalai. But he says, be reminded, I want you to have one-pointedness of mind. Suno, listen carefully. So you are going to get out of something what you put into it. You put 100% of your mind, and everything here is so very beautiful and conducive for puja and focusing your mind anywhere you turn around. I was looking very quietly at everything that's happening here, and every square inch of this very beautiful mandir, Guruji, your Panditji has made it, has made it very beautiful and conducive for you all to have your mind focused. Agili katha sunahu manalai. Center your mind, be relaxed and listen. And what katha are you listening to? Vishwamitra Mahamuni Jnani. We are going to listen about an individual whose name was Vishwamitra. Analyze the name that is given to you. You know, we say, what is your Rasi name? Then you grow up thinking, why was a Rasi name given to me? That is the name that carries a certain energy, carries power, it carries Shakti. It is the one that is going to catapult you to the next level. Ask a person, what's your name? He says, Krishna. So tell me now, how much of Krishna are you living? Guruji, my name is Lakshmi. How much of Lakshmi do you know? How much of Lakshmi Mata do you live? His name is called Vishwamitra. What is Vishwa? Vishwa is the world. And Mitra is what? Mitra means a friend. For those who are in the path of righteousness, he is a friend of yours. And then if you break that name again, you're going to find Vish, and you're going to find Amitra. Vish means what? Poison. And Amitra means an enemy. So whenever you choose the wrong path, Sri Vishwamitra becomes an enemy to you. You cannot get anything from him. But who was he? Vishwamitra, Mahamuni Jnani. Great, noble, highly intelligent soul. He moved up the spiritual ladder as we should all do, my dear devotees. He was a great and noble king, you know. Vasahi vipinna shubha ashram jani. But when the time came, I don't have the time this morning to tell you. When I come back for the 7 nights, then we will see how things going there. You know, but it said, Sri Vishwamitra, he reached his 4th stage in life. Be reminded, we have stages in life. When you're a kid, you get disciplines in your parents' home. You see children, like Guruji talked to only for 1 minute today. You see, when you grow up a little bit, all these disciplines that you have, whenever mommy say, Guruji, get a nice boy for the child. Get a nice dulahin for the boy. You know what it means? It means that you have completed one stage and you are ready to go into stage number 2, which is called Grihasti Ashram. Do not go into householder's life still struggling for values. No, it can't work. You cannot be a teenager wanting to go into household. You can't handle it. You don't know what to do. You're thinking about why so much problems today? We don't have the opportunity and we don't translate this. But look Guruji here, look Guruji there. Look Pandit Sham there, look Ranji Bhai there. Let's go to he too. Tell you something? Every 10 phone calls you get, 8 is Baba problems. Why? Because we are mixing up the ashrams, mixing it up. You're now struggling when you're a married person, you have dharapatni, sometimes you have children, you don't know how to translate, or there's a transition from one ashram to the next, it can't happen. Vishwamitra taught us it is important. So he moved up, moved up, moved up. Today, he is a king. Realizing now, succession has to take place. He withdrew. But being a king, if he would have stayed, then he would still be caught up, you know. So many things happening. So he chose to go to the forest, to spend his final years away from all the jhanjhat and jhabira of the world. So in going there, my dear children, let us see what happens. Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Jaha Japa Yajna Yoga Muni Yoga Muni Karahi Ati Marik Swami Sri Ram Jai Ram. All of you. Hello, Sri Ram. देखत यज्ञ देखत यज्ञ देखत यज्ञ निशाचर धावहि करहि उपद्रव भूमि दुख पावहि श्री राम जय Jai Sharanam Prabhu. When he went to the forest, what was he doing there? When I say, or you tell Guruji, Guruji, they stop using the word retired, you know. The Guruji, I'm semi-retired. That means you're still in all the Jhabiradi world, you know. Don't come and there's nothing like, what do you mean semi-retired? Well, I'll go like 2 days a week now. No, bhai, it's either you're in or you're out. Correct, bhai? It's either inside or you're outside, you know, make a decision. Sanatan Dharam said, well, I'm not really telling you the whole truth, you know, Baba. Bhai, it's either you're telling me the truth or you're not telling me the truth. Where you coming to give me half a story? Doesn't work that way. Sanatan Dharam, you see, there's no something in between. It is right or wrong. Clear cut, my dear devotees. You know? And don't try to justify our ills to make ourselves feel better and probably make another person feel guilty in some way. No. Face the reality and challenges in life and deal with it properly, make good decisions, and you're going to come out the winner. He went in the forest, listen to what he is doing. Jaha japa yagya yoga muni karahi. Jaha jap, yagya or yog sadhan. 3 things he was doing. You see, in life, Bhagavad Gita chapter 18, one line says, Yajnalana tapaha karma. These are things until you live, you can't give up. So you can't withdraw and you cannot retire from what? From job. mantra jap, muttering Bhagwan's name, Om Namah Shivaya, Jai Durga, Jai Hanuman, Shivji, Bhagwan, whatever, until you die. As a householder, that has to be continued. Jap, yajna, coming to your mandir, performing Hawan. Make yourself, don't wait for Sharmila to call you or Baba to call you and say, you will sit down tomorrow? Tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, you're sitting down, or you could make it? No. Does someone have to beg you to ask you? This is your mandir. It goes under the name of Pandit Vijay Mandir. You know? But you know who mandir is this? Without you being here, he can't come alone and do something, you know. No, this is your mandir. When you're coming here, let Guruji tell you something. It applies to whoever listening to Guruji across the globe today, whatever mandir or puja that you go to, you are going to a puja, get yourself organized here. So I need to get a couple flowers, little bunch of flowers, maybe even 5 from your garden. Is summertime coming? Take a few flowers. You have a tulsi tree? Everybody wants to get a tulsi tree and keep a tulsi tree. Well, I will tell you now, which I have plenty tulsi tree. Get a tulsi tree. Summer is here, it will last you a few months. And if you take good care of it, it will last you until next year too. But I'll tell you, pick 2 tulsi leaves. Take a couple flowers. Bring 1 or 2 fruits. Come and sit there at the feet of Bhagwan. All of you will be accommodated. I don't like seeing one shrota when I go to mandir. I want multiple shrotas. When it's time for Aarti, form a line, make yourself available. Be an energetic Sanatanist Hindu. Do not wait and Sharmila say, you go do a little Aarti. You come in here, do a little Aarti. No. As a Sanatanist Hindu, you are a positive person. Positive. You are the ones who put a jhandi in your home. You put a jhandi and say, Pavana Putra Hanuman ki Jai. I am a victorious Hindu. How does it happen? By being what? Proactive. Let your mandir grow. You see something to be done. Tell Panditji next week, I'm going to bring a mala for the Shivlingam. Thank you. Bring it and put it. Huh? Or Durga Mata is my Ish Devta, Shiv Baba, whatever you have to do. Chahajapa Yagya Yog, he was doing his yag. So this you can't give up until you live. And he did what? Yog. It is called Yog Sadhan. Do we know what is Yog Sadhan, devotees? Keeping yourself physically fit. If you are not physically fit, your spiritual chores cannot be performed properly. Or nothing in this world. Take good care of this. Sadhana dhamma moksha karadvara. This is the vehicle, bhai. That catapults and send you to the next level in life. But if you don't take care of it, then what happens? A time comes, instead of doing seva to Bhagwan, somebody has to do seva to you. No, that is not Sanatan Dharam. Inevitably we get a little ill and so, but take care of yourself. Eat the right foods. Walk around. Make yourself healthy. Keep a healthy body brings a healthy mind. Have the healthy mind, my dear devotees, and everything. So, Vishwamitra quietly was doing all of these things. Parantu ati mariksha subahu hidarahi. There were 2 demons. One called Mariksh, or one called Subahu. I cannot fully explain the life of Mariksh and Subahu for you this morning, but I will tell you, in the time of Vishwamitra, there were 2 people only, one Mariksh, one Subahu. We live in an age today, bhai, you have plenty Mariksh and Subahu. They surround you all around. Negative. No, Guruji don't like to talk about negative. I just draw little analogies. But don't be affected by this. Don't be affected by this. Again, Guruji tell you, can you correct it yourself? Maybe by your own actions. But if we are gullible to small talk, if we are gullible to little this and that, my dear devotees, we fall into that trap. But when you look up at the higher level, every time I sit on a Singhasan, I like to quote this line. Aage chale bahuri raghuraya. Sri Ramchandra Bhagavan got up one morning and said, you know something? Despite everything that I am going through, I need to go forward. He did not only go forward, Rishyamukh Parabat Gaye Niyaraya. He went up the hill. So too in your life. Move forward and move up. Everything goes well. But Mariksha and Subahu, desecration. They would kill animals, throw into the Hawan. They would take sand and dust and out the Hawan. They would put water in the Hawan Kund. All of these things were happening to Vishwamitra, you know. Dekhata yagya nisachar dhavahi karahi upadrav. You know what is upadrav? Mischief. Mischief they were causing. So on your quest to God's realization, if you fall and you, for all of these, it sends you off. Let us see in the next line what is happening. Sharmila, tell me we have until 2 o'clock. Will you agree? Baba joking, you know.
तनय मन चिंता व्यापी गाढ़े तनय मन चिंता व्यापी हरि बिनु मरहि न निश्चर पापी निश्चर पापी। और गुरुजी श्री राम जय राम my dear children. Vishwamitra is qualified, you know, to bring an end to Mariksha and Subahu. We can make rash decisions. But how many times in our lives, this is what Vishwamitra is teaching you today, how many times have you done something and said something and you're scratching your head? You know, I should not have done this. I should not have said this. It happens to you, isn't it? But always know, devotees, that when you have your Prabhu in your heart, you will always do the noble thing. Vishwamitra is there. God hitanay mana chinta vyapi hari binu marahinanis. The thought came to his mind, you know. There's an easy way out of this, you know. I could destroy Mariksha and Subahu in one flash. But he says, listen to me. That is not my duty. That is Bhagavan's duty. My duty is to pray to him, tell him my obstacles, my problems, my difficulties, and he will do the necessary corrections that he has to do. Hari binu marahina nisichara papi. It is only Bhagwan can get rid of the evildoers. That's not my responsibility. So then, my dear devotees, he smiled. He says, look, in a flash, the answer came. What is the answer? He says, if it is God's duty to look after Mariksha and Subahu, look how lucky I am that the Lord has already taken incarnation at the home of Raja Dashrath. But you know something? Raja Dashrath is my best friend. We were kings together. He's my best friend. So you see how answers come to you when you think positive? Whenever you think negative, how everything gets scattered in your brain, you know. You can't think straight. So you got to step back sometimes, quietly look at situations, and then make a pronouncement. So he says, you know something? Lord has taken incarnation. Let me go and see him. I will close with this doha. So Guruji say, are going to close. Nobody else left their hand. I said, Guruji, read 5 more minutes now. Oh, they're so happy Guruji going to close. Well, I'll go tell her. She now lifts her hand. Come like a begging she to lift her hand. When noble thoughts come to your mind, you have to act on it right away. Don't wait. Neglected opportunity, past time, spoken word, and a sped arrow will never come back to you. You see, if all you know, you had to come here on a Sunday. You didn't come. Lift your hand and tell Guruji, if any one of you is sure to be alive for next week to come here, we wish, we hope, we think so, almost sure. We're not 100% sure why. So when this opportunity presents itself, make sure and come here. You know what he did? As soon as that thought came in his mind, he says, you know something, I'm going by Raja Dashrath. Right away. Took a bath. Can you picture Vishwamitra? 4th stage, old, long white beard, long hair, bareback, jaleab around his shoulder, wearing his dhoti a little bit shorter so he could get up and sit easily. He has a stick in his hand which helps him to walk. Are you picturing that saint? He took the bath in where? In the river Saryu. And that Saryu river, my dear devotees, he reached to the doorsteps of his friend. Raja Dashrath. You know what is in his mind? He says, I'm going by Raja Dashrath. He's my friend. I didn't see him for a long time. I'll visit him. I will have darshan of the Lord Sri Ram. 2 reasons for going. And the third reason is I'm going to bring him with me to destroy Mariks and Subahu. Tell Guruji what part of that is negative. Where does negative thing comes in our life? Huh? I don't like when our Guruji say, how are you, beta? Guruji adena, so. Strike that language out. Huh? Achela telling Shena, I say, beta, how are you doing? Huh? He said, Guruji, it could be better. You have to make it where you're telling Guruji it could be better. Make it the best of this life. If you remain with negative things take over your life. No. Be very positive. If even things are not 100%, Guruji, everything is good. Don't worry, I am strong enough through your grace and blessings, Guruji, to face the challenges of this life. Everything will be well done. So too, he says, nothing negative, I'll meet my friend, I will have darshan of the Lord, and I'll bring the Lord with me. When he went, dear devotees, what can I say? Royal welcome for Vishwamitra. He brought the children. Anytime your guru, your pandit come into your home, elders come into your home, bring your children, bow to their feet, say namaskar, say Sitaram. You can go back to do your chores after you're studying, whatever you have to do, all of that is okay. But for that minute, if that minute passes by, my dear devotees, it wouldn't come back again. That is number 1 teaching. Never allow someone to come to your home as a Hindu and allow them to leave your home without having a little something to drink or little something to eat. Always remember that. You know what the old people used to say, bhai? That'll make you cry sometime, because I used to come from here. They say, Bahin, you come in my house and you got jutha, little burden self-care. Yeah? You got jutha, little burden self in my house. You know what is that? That is God speaking. That is not that person speaking. Huh? If even though you just had a meal, you tell them, I'll have a little bit. Sanatan Dharam doesn't teach you when somebody comes, boy, you go drink something. You go eat something. This guy didn't eat for 2 days. He comes and says, look, I am filled. Because the approach is so negative, what are you going to say? Do you remember the days growing up? The elder ones remember, younger ones too. When somebody come at your home, in 2 minutes flour is needed, terkari is up in the pot going, you have to have it, they say, boy, look, I'm busy. Say, listen now, how busy? 2 minutes. 2 minutes it will take. I tell you what, in 2 minutes it's really done. Tasting the best. Tasting the best. All of these things transpire, devotees. So, as I said, we are here today. Guruji here this morning. I'm so very happy to be here in your company and to join with all of you looking at us live this morning, wherever you may be. We say happy birthday to Pandit Vijay. May you have many, many, many more happy birthdays. May your family remain loving and caring as you have them very close to you, and all members of your home. I know you like this bhajan. I will just sing. I ain't not going to sing happy birthday to you, I'll just sing 2 lines. See that I get a nice harmonium to play that. Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram, 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 Bolo Ram, Ram. Sarva Sai Sudhar Mein एक साचा जो जान कोई, सुख के
सब साथी हमें न
बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो राम
बोलो राम राम राम, बोलो राम राम राम,
बोलो राम ना कुछ तेरा ना कुछ मेरा, ना कुछ तेरा
ना कुछ मेरा,
ये जग जोगी वाला मेरा, राजा हो या रंग सभी का, राजा हो या रंग सभी का, अंत एक सोई, सुख के सब साथी हमें न ओ मेरे राम तेरा नाम एक साचा जो जान कोई, सुख के
सब साथी हमें न
Come let Guruji touch your head, boy, before the children do a little Aarti and thing. Come this side. Sharmila, tell me. He says, Guruji, my Dulaha put me number 3. He said, he loves his music and loves his puja. He loves you, Guruji, and then he loved me and the children. I feel extremely blessed. So you have Guruji today, and you have your puja today, and you have your family with you today. What more do you want? But Guruji would like to tell you, I want to give you a little gift today. As Guru to Chela, something I know you will keep very close to your heart all the time. And that is this harmonium Guruji playing. See this harmonium here? This is yours. That's why Guruji played this under Singhasan today. You know? So you will keep this, cherish it, and do like Guru. Do not allow anyone else to play this. That is yours. It comes to the Singhasan and go home or wherever. If you have to leave it here, cover it nicely, and that is yours. And may you be blessed always. Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu, Mangalam Gardhvaja, Mangalam Pundarikaksha, Mangalaya Tanuhari, Kalyanastu. All blessing, Vita. Okay, you'll say a few words? Yeah.
बोली श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, बोली श्री गुरु महाराज की जय. Devotees, you all know me as not to be short for words, but today I'm short for words. I was telling a devotee yesterday that we are so fortunate and blessed that Guruji has made the time Only Thursday when I met him, I got to know of his schedule. And he has made the time to be here with us this morning. And for this, we are truly, truly grateful. And very, very happy that, finally after so many years, that Guruji has made it to our mandir. He comes to, many mandirs in the GTA. But today, we feel special because he's here with us. And he's made that time to be with us. I was telling one devotee yesterday that Guruji is so humble. And the comparison that I think about comes from Sri Ramcharitamanas. And Guruji and I both share a love for this scripture very, very much. That Sri Ram is described as that one who gives honor to others but claims none for himself. And this is Guruji. Guruji gives that honor to all. He recognizes all. He uplifts all. He doesn't look for anything for himself. And this is the true quality of a guru. It's the true quality of a teacher, the true quality of a leader. And all of us who are here today to listen to him and to be graced by his words of wisdom, consider yourselves to be very, very blessed to have this opportunity to be here and to join in this. I remember the first time I met Guruji, it was in Shiv Ganesh Mandir. He was doing a yag, and Shamala and I, we went. I think the kids were there. We were very small at that time. You went as well. And we went, and, my habit, I don't like to go and put myself in front. So I went and sat in the back. Guruji saw, he spotted Shamala. He didn't know me at that point. And as soon as Guruji saw her, he said, no, come, sit up in front. And from that first meeting that I met with Guruji, my heart felt connected with him. Even though I'm not ceremonially christened to Guruji, but I feel that every word that he says relates to me. And this is why I feel honored also to call him Guruji and to have him as that one who gives the guidance and spiritual upliftment to not only my life, but also to Sharmila, the kids, and our family in general. Today, it's such a joyous occasion, and I'd like to, I know Guruji doesn't want thank yous, but we are so grateful, Guruji, for you spending this time with us and making that time to celebrate with us today. I just a few moments that we have some other devotees who are celebrating birthdays. Uncle Morrison is celebrating his birthday today. And Uncle Morrison, we'd like to wish you a very, very happy birthday and wish you many, many more happy ones to come, being with us at the mandir and, supporting our community as you do. Also, during this week, Shashi Ram Kisun has celebrated his birthday. Ma, Hema's mom, she celebrated her birthday. And my aunt, Auntie Asha, she has celebrated her birthday. So all of these devotees have celebrated their birthday. Also, Uncle Morrison and Auntie celebrated their wedding anniversary this past week. So if Guruji allows, I will do one bhajan in helping them to celebrate this momentous occasion in their life. You do a kirtan so that all of us, we can join our voices. As we read from the pages of Sri Ramcharitamanas, let us all join our voices together as we chant that mantra Raj in Aranyakand. Narad Muni asked for this bardhan, this boon, this gift, that may your name be that mantra Raj, king of all mantras. So we all take this opportunity to chant onto Prabhu Shri Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Bolo Shri Ram,
Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Bolo Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Bolo Shri Ram,
Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Bolo Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram,
Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Bolo Shri Ram,
Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Bolo Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Bolo Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Let's all lift our voices, devotees. Let's all chant together. Let's all make that Supreme Lord very pleased with us here this morning as we join this kirtan, this devotion at this very beautiful mandir in celebration with all of those who are celebrating these auspicious and special occasions in their life. We praise that Supreme Lord. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Bolo Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Bolo Shri Ram, Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram. Bolo Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Bolo Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Boli Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki Jai. So Guruji, you will do Aarti or? So at this time, devotees, we'll be engaging in our final Aarti. May we all stand. So can we light some extra thalis? So if other devotees would like to come forward and perform Aarti, they can also do this. This morning we'll do Shri Ram Aarti, as we've read out of his wonderful scripture.
ओम साजं च वर्ति संयुक्तं वह्निनायोजितं मया दीपं गृहान् देवेश त्रैलोक्यं तिमिरापहम्। आरती की जय श्री रघुवर की दशरथ नंदन सीतावर की आरती की जय। आरती की जय श्री रघुवर की दशरथ नंदन सीतावर की आरती की जय। राम रमैया अंतरयामी मर्यादा पुरुषोत्तम स्वामी राम नमामि राम नमामि सुर मुनि रक्षक करुणा कर की आरती की जय। आरती की जय श्री रघुवर की दशरथ नंदन सीतावर की आरती की जय। जगपति सुरपति दीन दयाला दुख भय भंजन हे सुख पाला हे जगवंदित रघुवर लाला हे जगवंदित रघुवर लाला सतचित आनंद शिव सुंदर की आरती की जय। आरती की जय श्री रघुवर की दशरथ नंदन सीतावर की आरती की जय। संग विराज जानकी माई आरे संग में तीनों भाई अद्भुत शोभा वर्णि न जाए अद्भुत शोभा वर्णि न जाए। विश्व विधाता प्रभु सुखवर की आरती की जय। आरती की जय श्री रघुवर की दशरथ नंदन सीतावर की आरती की जय।
आरती की जय श्री रघुवर की दशरथ नंदन सीतावर की आरती की जय।
सगुण रूप प्रगति अविनाशी मंगलमय प्रभु शुभ सुख राशि कर दर्शन कते लाख 84 कर दर्शन कते लाख 84 शरणागत वत्सल ईश्वर की आरती की जय। आरती की जय श्री रघुवर की दशरथ नंदन सीतावर की आरती की जय। आरती की जय श्री रघुवर की दशरथ नंदन सीतावर की आरती की जय। आरती की जय। आरती की जय। भज मन मेरे आठों याम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। भजो मन मेरे
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
भजो मन मेरे आठों याम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। भजो मन मेरे श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
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 भजो मन मेरे आठों याम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। भजो मन मेरे
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
भज मन मेरे आठों याम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
भज मन मेरे आठों याम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
बोलो श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
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 बोलो रघुपति राघव राजा राम।
रघुपति राघव राजा राम।
बोलो पतित पावन सीताराम।
पतित पावन सीताराम।
बोलो श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। बोलो बोलो श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। बोलो श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। बोलो श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। भज मन मेरे आठों याम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। भजो मन मेरे आखो यार, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम।
As the Aarti is continuing, devotees, we join very beautiful bhajan to Maryada Purushottam.
राम नाम सोहि जानिए, जो रमता सकल जहान। घत घत में जो रम रहा, उसको राम पहचान। तेरा राम जी करेंगे बेड़ा पार, बेड़ा पार, बेड़ा पार। तेरा राम जी करेंगे बेड़ा पार, उदासी मन काहे को डरे। तेरा राम जी करेंगे बेड़ा पार, उदासी मन काहे को डरे। काहे को डरे रे, काहे को डरे, काहे को डरे। तेरा राम जी करेंगे बेड़ा पार, उदासी मन काहे को डरे। ओ तेरा राम जी,
तेरा राम जी, तेरा राम जी, तेरा राम जी।
नैया तेरे राम हवाले, लहर लहर हरे आप संभाले। नैया तेरी, नैया तेरी राम हवाले, लहर लहर हरे आप संभाले। हरे आप ही उठाए तेरा भार, उदासी मन काहे को डरे। तेरा राम जी करेंगे बेड़ा पार, उदासी मन काहे को डरे। ओ तेरा राम जी,
तेरा राम जी, तेरा राम जी, तेरा राम जी।
काबू में मझधार उसी के, हाथों में पतवार उसी के। काबू में मझधार उसी के, हाथों में पतवार उसी के। तेरे हार भी नहीं है तेरे हार, उदासी मन काहे को डरे। तेरा राम जी करेंगे बेड़ा पार,
उदासी मन काहे को डरे।
ओ तेरा राम जी,
तेरा राम जी, तेरा राम जी, तेरा राम जी।
सहज किनारा मिल जाएगा रे, मिल जाएगा, मिल जाएगा परम सहारा, मिल जाएगा सहज किनारा, मिल जाएगा परम सहारा। डोरी सौंप की तू देख एक भार, उदासी मन काहे को डरे। तेरा राम जी करेंगे बेड़ा पार, उदासी मन काहे को धरे। ओ तेरा राम जी, तेरा राम जी, तेरा राम जी, हो तेरा राम जी।
बोले श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. So at this time, devotees will be engaging in our final prarthana. So those who have flowers, please take a flower in your hand. As we all clasp our hands, we close our eyes, we bow our heads once more. As we end this morning's very beautiful devotion, once again, offering that great amount of appreciation, gratitude, and humble pranam at the feet of Guruji for being with us this morning. At the feet of Prabhu for granting us this opportunity to join together this morning in devotion. To all of you who have come out in person to join with us this morning, may the Lord shower His choices, grace and blessings upon each and every one of you, and all of you who have joined with us virtually. May that Lord shower His choices, grace and blessings upon each and every one. We all need that guidance and that protection of the Lord. And through the blessings of our Guruji, we can find that Lord. In Sri Ramcharitamanas, the Lord tells us very clearly that we should treat the Guru even better than Prabhu himself, because it is through the Guru that we can find Prabhu. So today we are all very fortunate to be in the presence of Guruji as he joined with us, and he has given us so many wonderful life lessons. So we thank Prabhu, we thank Guruji for this opportunity, as we all look forward to more and more opportunities as our life goes on. Let us all pray together, devotees.
Harihi Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janardanam Yat Pujitam Mamadeva Devi Paripurnam Tarastu May. Om Vahanam Najanami Visarjanam Pujam Chaiva Najanami Shamyatam Parameshwaram. Tvameva Mata Shapita Tvameva Bandhu Shasaka Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. He Sarva Shaktiman Sachidananda Nirakar Nirvikar Sarvadhar Sarveshwar Sarvavyapak Antaryami Ajar Amar Nitya Pavitra Shrishti Karta ko बारंबार नमस्कार है। हे परमात्मा, भविष्य वर्तमान दुखियों का कष्ट हरण करके सुबुद्धि को प्रकाश कर कि जिससे सबका मंगल हो। ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम। We glorify our Guru this morning as we chant Guru Deva Sharanam Deva Guru Deva
Sharanam Deva
Guru Deva Sharanam Deva
Guru Deva Sharanam Deva
Ahe Prabhu Sharanam Deva
Ahe Prabhu Sharanam Deva
Ahe Prabhu Sharanam Deva
Ahe Prabhu Sharanam Deva
Guru Deva Sharanam Deva
Guru Deva
सुंदर रूपा श्री गुरुदेवा
सुन्दररूपा श्रीगुरुदेवा
शरणं शरणं सद्गुरुदेवा
शरणं शरणं सद्गुरुदेवा
शरणं शरणं सद्गुरुदेवा
शरणं शरणं सद्गुरुदेवा
गुरुदेवा शरणं देवा
देवा शरणं देवा
गुरुदेवा शरणं देवा
देवा शरणं देवा
गुरुदेवा शरणं देवा गुरुदेवा शरणं देवा।
बोलिए श्री सतगुरु महाराज की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र की जय, ओरेसा जगन्नाथ की जय। बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय, सियापति रामचंद्र की जय। बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। जय जय सीताराम। प्रेम से आसन लीजिए। प्लीज हैव योर सीट्स डिवोटीज। So Pandit Sham, very nice to have you with us today, also in devotion. No really announcements today, just that services continue. Next week Sunday, all are invited to be with us in person at the mandir here, or join us virtually as you have been doing for the past 2 years plus that we have been doing our services online. We do thank you for being here with us this morning and for joining in our devotion. So until next week at 10 a.m. for our Sunday morning devotion, Jai Jai Sitaram.